Alright, we're back. We're back, yeah, I know. Pretty fast, right? Yeah. Yeah, pretty fast. Sorry. Alright, so today, also about today, talking about, gonna talk about, well, give a discussion review, thing about Tokyo Ghoul. Yeah, Tokyo Ghoul. Now, when people were just watching it and suggesting it, I was like, I'll see it. And then when I found it, I was like, I gotta keep watching. I gotta see the end of this. I watched it, and then within about 5 hours, and then it was done. I was like, that's it. You can't end it. You can't end it like that. All right, now to discuss it, I got the complete first season, like with the fancy box and stuff. So you got the cool, like here. I will show you like what the disc pages look like. So you got Kanaki-kan there, like pretty evil looking. Then you got Toka, pretty cute. Then you got Weird Guy. I just don't like to talk about him. He's just really weird. And then you got Kanaki-kan again, just like when he was before he turned into. So get you both in there. Basically, like the one on here, like here, this is like when he is before, and then this is what he is now. Kind of weird, but let's get into it. So, the main protagonist in this is obviously Kanaki-kan. Kanaki. Uh, there's like it's been happening for years. Like they say, there's ghouls coming around and stuff that feed on people and stuff, and that's really frightening to Kanaki because he doesn't want to. Like they know they exist, but they just don't know like because they look normal as humans, right? I mean they do until like they start feeding on your brain, and your basically your whole body. So that's until they just devour you, I guess. Um, he meets like a girl called Rize. Uh, I mean she's like more attracted to him. Like, whew, spicy, you got that girl. But they should try to kill him. At least I think. I don't know. It's kind of weird how they first interacted, but you kind of get the picture, like where, um, basically, then he starts becoming a ghoul, like everyone else and stuff. Um, and he starts to go down the path he doesn't like. Um, he doesn't want to eat humans. It's kind of like him. I feel like that's like he needs to but he can't eat human food either, so it's kind of a double-edged sword. Like I don't want to eat humans, but I got to just to live. And he meets a few more ghouls later on. Uh, Kind of first one he meets is Toka. Uh, so she's kind of like just like a schoolgirl teenager. Uh, in it works at the shop on Taku, I think. So it's this coffee shop place. The only thing they can drink in real life is like the coffee from humans, which is kind of weird. You think, okay, so why is it that they can drink coffee, but everything else they have to go bleh? Which is kind of a weird scenario they put in there. Like if like think of like the phone as like a burger, and then they can't eat that. I don't know why I had to say the phone, but that was the only good example I could have. But yeah, the only thing they can have is really coffee. That's not gonna sustain you. You need some sustenance. You need some protein or whatever it is. That sounded weird. Protein. Um, but yeah, he was like, I don't want to do it, but he has to just to eat. And they don't kill humans. They don't like the Ontaku people. They don't kill humans. They actually go to like they said people die, like suicide people die, and then they just take their corpses and then cut them up and just eat them leftovers, I guess. Sorry, I'm just trying to do some stuff. Um, where was I? yeah, the suicide hill thing, whatever. That's where they get the supplies and stuff for the eat. What else is there? They also just they really are more normal, more like humans than they are um, ghouls. But they are ghouls because they have to eat people, but they're doing it out of the respect for the dead bodies, because they thank them for the food and like what they're doing. Later on, he like so this weird guy who was like in a mobster outfit and stuff. He like goes after Kanaki-kan because he was fighting Mise before and stuff, but lost to her and stuff. Kind of, and then he goes after Kanaki-kan and stuff. Um, yeah, Kanaki also has a best friend who's a human more than he is after he becomes like this ghoul thing, and stuff. But the crazy thing is that his friend stays with him. So it's pretty cool. He's good. That's a good friend, really. That's a really, really awesome friend. What else? They also, uh, he also then gets that mask, that really cool mask. Like here, I'll show you on the front cover. That mask, I thought that was really cool. Kind of different for him, but I guess it suits his personality because like he doesn't really know if he wants to do it. Can't really. Kind of got that style to him, personality. He's got to do it just for himself. He doesn't want to, but he has to. He does lose control in a few episodes, but not as many. I thought they would show more, but only like a couple times. Um, yeah, like back to the mobster guy. So he takes Kanaki-kan, like some other group of ghouls that just start killing the officers and stuff. Start attacking attacking him and the Ontaku people at the coffee shop. They take Kanaki-kan because of Rize blood in him and stuff. Because he like had a transplant, so surgery, because he was basically almost dead. That's how he becomes a ghoul. And then everything else after that just happens. And then the mobster starts torturing him and stuff, and he's making him do some weird thing, like count backwards from 7, which is kind of a weird thing. But keeps torturing him, and then he sees visions of Rize and stuff, kind of like another world dimension thing, with her, just him and her showing flashbacks, memories and stuff of what happened in his lifetime, saying, and then he eats Rize's body somehow, and I don't understand that part, but I mean, whatever. And then he becomes the white-haired god of ghouls or something like that, because I think they said he's portrayed now as a god. So he's like pretty much invincible, or he's like very powerful, with Rize's blood in him, and then something else. Kind of a weird scenario, like how he changes from black hair to white hair. Um, and then his eye kind of changed color too. He has one eye that's red, and then the other eye is gold. So I think they're just portraying him more as a god in that form. So I think that's pretty cool. What else? Uh, so yeah, as I said, it was torturing him. Becomes a god. Then starts attacking the mobster dude. Defeats him. I think he's gonna eat him and stuff. But yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to get some other things. But yeah, that's what happens. What else? Do I have any criticisms about it? Actually, really not a lot of criticism. The only thing I just didn't like is like on some of the points like they were making, like I feel like they made it rushed, kind of rushed feel, kind of like they had to rush it, kind of make it look good and stuff. How just making it like a rush, like every time it's like always they always had like a bad scene. I mean, there's downtime in it, like they had downtime, but as like maybe 20 minutes later, or like maybe 5 to 10 minutes later, they're getting attacked or something and stuff. So it's kind of weird. Sorry. But yeah. So basically, that's what happens. Kind of surprising. The other criticism I do have is that when they only showed Uta once, I thought they would show him a couple more times, but they only showed him once. But he did join the raiding party when they were going to save Kanaki. But I thought they would show him just maybe a beforehand or something, but they didn't. So kind of different. Um, Only thing is, and yeah, this is a little bit too rushed. Like they always had like to do action and stuff, but I thought it was really good. That's probably my only criticism about that. But what I really do love is like the characters and the story arc. That's really cool. I mean, how he becomes the ghoul, how he makes these people try to follow him or like make him believe that he's just himself and stuff, that they accept him and stuff. As they do. There's some sad points in that. Yeah, there's like some really sad story moments in there that you just really don't want to see, but it just happens because I think that's how it does. But it was really good. I did love the anime. I'm gonna watch the second season here soon. So that is it today. Next week, what are we gonna talk about? Next week we'll talk about Jorunmgand. Yes, if you guys have not heard of that, that is probably something you want to watch because that is like with something with arms dealer, guns, and just more gore. Oh yeah, and ladies, and women, and hotties. Something. We'll go with that. But it's a really good anime. So, signing out. Higgs 24.